Welcome everyone to the AfterCast, because now we're just gonna flow freely. All right. So what are you talking about my hair? What?
No, I just didn't think you were old enough to go grey that soon.
You don't have to be old to go grey.
No, you don't.
Just happens.
Sometimes your hair gets gray from crazy stuff that happens in your life.
Yeah, stress and all that.
And well, you've been through hell and you just have gray hair.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I'm getting older. It just means that the stress,
yeah,
I guess, turns the hair follicles. This is Phillip Archer, by the way.
Are you saying Are you saying that it's partial grey? Or are you talking extreme greyness to yourself?
It looked. Connor, didn't it look like it was getting gray?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't notice that? That's Connor, by the way. Yeah, you didn't notice that?
No, because I always thought that you had that kind of healthy.
You didn't think I had a wig, right? Because some people are like, you just got a wig.
I know some people said you wore a wig, and I kind of half believed them at some point. But
I had to post funny stuff because it looked like I looked like the Valyard when I was getting my hair dyed from like the High Council of Gallifrey or some shit, and then I looked like a Handmaid's Tale from the other picture that I showed with the towel on my head. But yeah, this look. First of all, I was having a book signing. I didn't want to look like I didn't like the way it looked for a long time, and I was even telling Sharon, I was just going to go get it done. I don't get it done all the time, but now it's been more and more lately that it's getting gray. So I don't know if I'm going to be going.
So are you saying then that you're not comfortable turning gray?
I don't like the way it looks. No, do you like the way it looks?
Well, I'm not seeing you properly grey, so I can't judge that. But
it was really I'm not saying it went full on like white Christmas gray. I mean, like
speckled.
Connor, I mean, it looked gray though, didn't it?
Well, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about my hair. It's interesting. No, it was. I mean, what do you viewers think when I load this cast up there? I mean, did you think it was really? I thought it was bad. Huh?
I personally can't wait to go grey.
Really?
Yeah. He's always wanted to go that silvery fucking colour.
Oh no, I don't want.
Grey's the new blonde.
No, not for me. No, I just, you know what? The moment I got the haircut and it dyed it, I felt like $1 million. You start acting different. Because look, here's the thing. For a long time too, before I wrote the books and everything, when I started writing the books, I was like, I want to dress like in my image of what an author should dress like, a writer. I wanted to get dressed up. I wanted to buy blazers. I wanted to buy the expensive glasses because I used to have the big friggin' googly-eyed glasses, and it was like cheap glasses. So I spent like $700 for the glasses. I got like the Prada glasses. Then I also got the prescription glasses for the sunglasses, which was a waste of money anyway. But then I got a Polaroid. So that was another $700. And I started like just putting money into changing like my look and just investing in, more expensive stuff and jackets and not just crap, and feeling what I want to feel like. Like you want to make some changes in your life that, the way you dress, the way you look, and then when you do, you feel better about yourself. So like, it may sound like the stupidest thing, but if you just got like a simple haircut, you feel like $1 million because it's like you're taking care of maintenance. You're taking care of yourself. You're making yourself, you respect yourself enough that you take care of yourself. I mean, and that's what happens when you work and you make money. You want to buy things. You want to look better. You don't want to look like a schlep. You don't want to look like a bum. You want to, so sometimes maybe you'll get in a mood and you want to get dressed in suits every day. I mean, it could happen, sure. and then when you change things, then there's less likely of a chance you'll be depressed because you're doing things to improve. Like you set an outline, you set a goal for yourself. Like, hey, I want to create something that is going to be like in my case. I'm talking about the first book that I'm going to be remembered for. It's going to outlive me, and I want to create more things. And from book 1, book 2, book 3, I want to do this, I want to do that. You have an outline. Before, you could go through life and bad things happen to you, but you don't become your tragedy. Life goes on. You gotta just make your life better, regardless of what's going on in your life, and you got to evolve. So yeah, I'll do podcasts every night, but while I'm not doing podcasts, I'm working my ass off, trying to have many jobs or whatever to try to put money toward. These things ain't cheap. Like when I did this I didn't know this was going to cost $2,500. I'm used to paying $1,700, $1,800 just to make the book. This cost me $2,500. This I busted ass to get, and it took years to come out. Years. I mean, it used to go nice. Where I used to make a good amount of money, a lot of money. And then back in the day, then Hurricane Sandy hit, and I went through hell, and I lost a lot. And then, you're always trying to go higher, but then something happens and you go lower than what you were, and then you're still trying to go back to the point that you were at before, and then go high. So right now the way I feel is I'm not quite there where I was years ago, but I'm getting there, and then I'm going to surpass that. But I was putting out books like No Tomorrow. I mean, 2012, I was saying that I put out 5 books that year. 5, and I met Sharon, and then the hurricane happened. Well, actually, I put 4 books out while I was with Sharon. We got together, and then the hurricane happened, and then in December, I put out Promised Dream. But, you go through life, trauma, different things, and you just got to keep going on. The show must go on. So,
hello.
And then we have him.
Can we
Perfect timing. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So what's the discussion, my great...
We were talking about my hair because I felt that Phillip wanted to really know about it and the grayness of it, and then we started talking about me, I guess. I don't know how that happened, but okay.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Joe has become the new Marilyn Monroe.
What?
You'll be having an affair with fucking President Trump next.
My God. That'd be
Sorry.
a big spell.
I do actually have to send my condolences to the Bush family at this time.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
no.
rest in peace.
Okay.
No,
Whether
go
you
on.
like him or you don't like him, you rest,
Go on.
rest in peace, dude. Come on.
Go on, Philip. Piss on
What's
his
your
grave.
problem,
Whatever you
dude?
say.
Come on.
I have no.
They're called Bush.
Come on.
Just
You got
think on that
eyes
for a
right now,
I have no love for people
So
like.
what?
Nah.
Jesus loves everybody.
What was wrong with him?
Yeah, what happened to him?
No, it's just his legacy is just as bad as anybody else's who's become president of the.
Not as bad as his sons.
Yeah.
I think the problem with the Bush family is that we had 2 presidents who were Bushes, by the way.
What's wrong with that?
Later pussies. And
What? Hold on.
fact is they were they were in the palm of business people, and that's the problem with America and even England.
What's wrong with America?
But the problem with America is that medicines cost way too much for the common person. That bloke Elon, or what's his name, Elon, or whatever his name is, he said it's too expensive. Medicine should not cost that much.
It shouldn't. No. But why is it Bush's fault?
Because he supported several of those bills that long term are screwing us all out of money. What happens in America and in other countries doesn't just affect the country itself, but everybody else. We are a world of people.
Right.
Myself and Phillip, we are brothers of the brothers of the dwarf, if you will.
What?
I'm a conservative. I'm not a normal person.
Well, there you go.
Wait, what?
We all know you're not normal, Connor.
What do you mean you're not a normal person?
Because I'm a conservative.
What does that mean?
It means,
You're a tosser like me.
Okay, I'm not really
Right. Conservative to an American is a Republican. If you're a conservative in America, you're a Republican.
Okay.
Living in America.
What if you just vote for whoever, not by one party then?
Yeah, but if you admit that you're a conservative in the UK, you get called all sorts because the leftist wankers can't stand us.
Because the Conservatives are such fucking money grabbing, soul destroying party.
Wait, Connor doesn't do that.
They just don't
But
care
it's the
about
left that ruins the economy.
No.
What is the left mean?
The left are for the little man. The Conservatives are for the fat cats and all the fucking pussies that got
So
more.
the left, you're for the.
Who do you vote for then, Philip? The Green Party?
I'm a lefty.
Oh my God.
Are you a
Hold
Labour
on.
Party? Oh, you
I
bastard.
hate labels. Okay, wait a minute.
Right. Okay.
Please
Joe,
educate for
I
this
will
show
explain-
that I don't know. Let's just say we don't know anything to do with.
Okay, I will explain the political systems here, right?
Thank you. What is the left?
The left is the Labour Party,
Yeah.
which is your Democrat. It's
left is
your
for the
Democrat.
Basically, in a nutshell, I think I can explain it perfectly, Connor. The left in the UK is like the Democrats in America, and the Republicans are the wanker Conservatives.
So the left believe in
And the Tea Party, UKIP in the UK as well.
Hold on.
the left believe in more spending in the economy, higher taxes for the rich.
They believe in hugging
No,
trees
that's not the case.
and getting in touch with their feelings.
No.
Hold on. We need to have order.
Hang on.
Order. Let Connor talk.
Order in court.
Oh,
Let Connor talk.
Okay, so the left believe in more spending in general, higher taxes.
Yeah, but that's you talking as a Tory, though.
No, it's not. This is proven political theory.
Order. Joe said order, so let Connor talk, youngster.
And they are more socially. They don't really have any extreme views. As in, apart from maybe feminist.
Are you talking the left side of things?
Yeah.
No.
To the
The right side believe in, like, we take responsibility of our own.
No.
Yeah,
They are there for the white man, for the rich bastards that want. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they believe in capitalism. So you go out, you create a business, or you
The
work.
Tories are racist. They don't care.
Philip,
Wait a minute.
Phil.
Go on, continue.
Thank you. But socially, they're very anti-gay, all them sorts of things, which I'm not. So I'm kind of socially left, but economically right wing.
You can't
So
be
I'm in
that
the
way.
centre.
You can't be one or the other, mate.
No, you can't. You don't have to be.
You can't straddle both just to please
Phil,
yourself.
Phil, do not try to fucking lecture me on politics.
Ooh.
You will lose, and you fucking know it.
See, that's the voice of Tory. That's the voice of Toryism. They don't let anybody have a chance in life. They want to screw everybody over.
I don't want to screw you over. You've done that yourself.
I'd love to screw him, and I'm bisexual.
At the end of the day, neither side work for the small man. They all out for themselves.
You're absolutely right, but it's a fact.
Well, that's bollocks. Everybody in politics is after themselves, not just conservatives.
You're absolutely right, Philip. But it's a proven fact that Labour, more than once, have wrecked the economy. The Tories haven't.
Do you seriously think?
Have you seen Maggie?
Philip, do you seriously think all the fucking Labour politicians who drone on about black people's rights give a fuck or have ever lived amongst black people? I don't know shit about black people, but they don't know anything about my life. They're just full of crap.
Right, Connor. When Thatcher was in power, right, the whole fucking British industry was crippled by her rulership.
No, the economy was growing.
No. She ruined.
No, the economy was growing.
The miners' strikes, the binman strikes and all that happened back in the day.
You are aware that they were around way before Thatcher.
Yeah, but they still followed through into her tenure.
They started in 2 Labour governments.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Harold Wilson and James Callaghan.
Okay.
Which means the Labour Party was in charge of that. And do you seriously think for a second that the Teamsters were the American equivalent? Do you think the UK equivalent was any different? They only cared about lining their pockets. They was corrupt just as the police at the same time.
Who do you vote for, David?
I vote for myself and the people I care about. I will support... It's not funny, Philip. I will support your rights just as I will, even if they contrast with Connor's.
No, but as Connor said, who do you...
Because you're a friend and I care about you.
But who do you vote for in the political arena, if you had to?
I'll be honest, I don't even trust anybody anymore. I vote for myself and my future. Fuck everybody else.
Okay, so you don't have a preference for Tory or Labour?
Not anymore, because I see it as some people, plenty of people see it in the same way as I do. It's just a revolving door. You can change the country, America, Brazil, 2 countries in charge all the time, just to keep the status quo, which is why when any party from any side comes into power, comes into a position where they have influence, call it UKIP, call it a Tea Party, call it whatever, they will get scared because it threatens the business as usual.
Okay, because I really sound like out of my league with all this stuff. I have no idea about.
But can we talk about?
I think this is interesting because here's the thing. Now, what's going on in your country, like with this Brexit?
Yeah.
Brexit.
That's what I was trying to say. This is what I was trying to get to. Look what's happening now under Conservative rule. Brexit thing is wrecking everything at the moment, and that bloody woman that's in charge now.
Yeah, but you know what they're doing?
You want to know the fucking truth about Brexit? Theresa May doesn't give a shit about Brexit. Before Brexit happened, the Conservatives went out their way to demean it every single chance. You had that little shit, David Cameron. He went out of his way to call, and I quote, he called Farage a lunatic and many other things. Now, all of a sudden, bear in mind, there was actually a political broadcast, which is available on YouTube, by the way, where he said in 2009 that he was for the right of the British people to vote on the EU and leave. Yet, lo and behold, as soon as the Conservatives got into power, which is when I supported them, by the way, so if you want to call me a hypocrite, fair enough. I'm willing to admit my faults. Are you? And the simple fact is, for them to suddenly, we're supporting the British people. Bullshit. They're in support of their fucking pension in the EU. They don't care about us. They don't care about black or white people. They don't care about anybody else. The EU just cares about themselves. Don't call them the EU. Don't call them British. Don't call them America. Just a bunch of rich bastards holding people like us down. Decent people working hard for their fucking families. They don't even know the first. You can laugh all you like. I don't give a shit.
Did we actually need to leave Brexit or be in it? Which is the better of the two?
Leave.
Since we're paying several billion into the EU every fucking year, that could be spent on fucking education. That could be spent on the decent immigration that comes into this country that is actually skilled and actually helps this country. Then yeah,
we're better off out, Phillip.
Yeah, but if we were out, we won't get
anybody who fucking runs their mouth on my country, or you, Philip, or Joe, and or even Connor, even people I disagree with, I will defend them to the hill. I'm not going to. I no longer see right or left. It's all bullshit.
Yeah,
It's not left and right. Life isn't left and right. It's a human experience. The truth is just the truth. Cut the bullshit.
if we leave Brexit, Connor, right, that means that we lose out on export and import industry.
No, we don't.
No, we
actually.
don't.
So we don't.
We were
giving into
we were
Project
doing
Fear.
better before we joined the EU, which wasn't actually part of what we ended up in.
I thought that's
It was supposed to be a trade deal, Philip.
Phil,
Yeah.
do not
That's
give
the
into
real
Project
truth.
Fear. Do not give into Project Fear. Do not give into Project Fear.
It's Project Fear, Philip, is nothing more than what they were doing to black people at one point. They're too thick. They're too stupid to fucking vote. And black people are not stupid. You're not stupid. Your ancestors weren't stupid.
I thought that's what the EU.
And I have nothing but respect for you.
Fair enough, but I thought that's what the EU was for, to help with export and import and all that. And if we leave,
You want to know what the EU is? It's a bunch of rich people lining their pockets like they always did. Where were the EU when the fucking migrants are flooding in? When the rapists, the murderers and other people are flooding in? And surprise, surprise, Merkel invites all those fucking idiots in, and the amount of rapes and sexual abuse of women goes through the fucking roof. Now, I'm not saying that's all Muslims, but the simple fact is, she actually said her words, but she regretted making that mistake.
Phil, they're bureaucrats. They take control of everything.
They don't
all they
care
want
about
is a big
it. Isn't
mistake.
black and white to them. It's not gay and straight. They just see you as just a channel to. It sees all as just a chance to line their pockets, and they don't particularly care about what the consequences, because that's basically me and you are down here and they're up there.
yeah, that's always going to be the
It's basically the political equivalent of let them eat cake.
way. All right, okay, fair enough. So if we leave Brexit, we'd be better
Sorry
off.
for ranting. I'm trying to say in a way that I understand. No offence.
So we're better off without it then. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
We were better off without them before. Why do we need them now? We can trade with Europe. We can be good friends with people. We don't need diversity. We're quite intelligent enough to be. Me and you and Joe and many others have been on this podcast from different walks of life. We don't need the EU, do it?
So let me ask you a question. You're proposing to reverse what was done with the Brexit thing?
No.
No. What are you trying to do?
Well, what the government want is, this is what I think is happening. They're wanting to make an almighty mess of Brexit, so then even the most staunch Brexiteer, which is people that want to leave the European Union, would turn around and say, we're better off staying in it.
So they're trying to make it go to ashes to get rid of it? What are they trying to do?
It's the biggest, it's the worst, most shambolic, most shocking betrayal of British democracy we'll ever see.
Right. Have we ever gone without the EU prior to this Brexit?
Yeah. We only joined the EU in the 70s. We joined the EU.
We spent several fucking thousand years without the EU.
We won 2 world wars without the EU.
Yeah, without.
Okay, so once
you know, I think you want to know what the EU really is. It divides us more than supports us.
So
Philip, I will happily shake hands with any person from any walk of life, but the EU seems to be only concerned with making money out of people, and when the shit hits the fans, they expect us to clean the mess. The little person. Well, you know, I don't give a fuck.
So why is it so hard then for either?
Fucking parasites.
Why does it become so hard then to either leave it or remain in it? Why does it
They don't care about you, Philip. They don't give a shit about you, Philip. They would rather screw your future and any of your ancestors' future just to stay rich. That's all that matters.
Phil,
scumbags.
Hang on, you're going.
it's such a mess
You're a decent person and they're scumbags. It's that simple.
because of the strength of our negotiating team. We don't have a single politician right now that would, apart from a certain few that will not be prime minister at any point, unfortunately, that would turn around to the EU and just say fuck off. All they would do is try to negotiate a middle ground where we accommodate us and the EU.
Middle ground. What a load of bullshit.
Basically,
they're scared to death of they're scared of Brexit, not because of the result, but what it represents long term. Bear in mind, several countries wanted to leave the EU before, and it didn't work because they were blackmailed, and that's historical fact. You can research it if you want to.
But aren't you saying
I don't give a shit if views don't like my viewpoints. Fuck you. If you want to be blind, then fuck yourself.
Hang on, aren't you saying then that Britain is too scared to stand on its own 2 feet?
Yes.
And this is why we got this mess at the moment with it.
Yes.
We're not dealing with people who are normal, Philip. They're rich twats in Europe who know nothing but fucking luxurious life. They're not like you. They don't have to work 5 days a week paying bills. They're a bunch of artsy-tontsy twats. They're like the villains going up against James Bond, you know? They're like fucking crushed.
If Britain is too scared to stand on their own 2 feet, aren't they then better off just staying within the EU and just stop all this squabbling that's going on? Because at the end of the day, what's her name? Fucking the woman that's in charge now. I can't. Her.
Theresa May.
Yeah, she's losing all her support behind her, left, right, and centre.
Here's a good question for you, Philip.
Yeah.
Right, I've just given you an option. I've given you an amount of money, which is 10 billion quid. Okay. What would you pay that to? Would you pay it to a bunch of bureaucrats you've never even heard of? Or would you pay it to people in the UK, like homeless people, like women have been abused, like people who
I'll put it towards
jobs?
I'll put it towards the industry of keeping Britain up and running, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Brexit is.
I bet you keep it yourself.
And yes, there are some racists who take advantage of it, but I'm not one of them. I've worked with migrants.
Yeah, but that's the point.
I've seen the best and good of everybody, British or otherwise.
British industry is so weak, though, on its own. It must need EU just to keep it ticking over, because we can't do that on our own. I'm sure we can't.
We can't do it on our own. Since when were British people so fucking lazy?
No, I'm talking about in the sense that we need the infrastructure of the EU to keep us on a level. If we stepped out of the Brexit thing and stepped out, we're going to flounder. I'm sure of it.
No, the real truth is, it's nothing. You want the best comparison. It's like the British Empire making Africa dependent on it. Give them some grants here, give them some loans here, and after a couple of decades, they're in debt by several billion, so they never ever are able to dig themselves out of it.
The thing with that is a vicious circle. That will never end. That's thing to do with South Africa and all the things that we're feeding them and trying to keep them alive. That's always going to be.
Well, it's probably going to be offensive. The EU makes all of us niggers.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay.
What?
I'm
sorry, the views of David Aston does not reflect on the views of Phillip Archer, Connor Farley, and Matrix Lord 2 and 2 in the AfterCast episode 1.
Right. Okay.
Please don't use that word, please.
We've done our political thing. Can I mention something about Doctor Who, please?
Yes, you can.
Fucking hell. Right. Apparently.
How do you go from that to that?
Hello, welcome to the Brexit cast.
Well, if you go from my hair to Doctor Who to Brexit, okay.
Apparently, that scene with her doing that, it's from the New Year's special, and not. It
is, yeah, you're right.
And I'm surprised that they've included that in the trailer.
I even know what happens in the New Year special.
Tell me.
Okay. She leaves.
I'd just like to say to viewers and everybody else,
Wait,
Philip, that my comment was not directed towards Philip.
I know that. I understand
Right,
that.
or any other person. Right.
I was saying it as an analogy
Wait.
to how everybody's treated.
Okay, can we go back to for a second? She's saying goodbye to who?
Herself.
What do you mean? She's dying?
Yeah, that's her last episode.
Fuck off.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Jodie Whittaker's last episode?
Yeah, she's a one-series
Who's
doctor.
fucking last episode?
Wait a minute.
She's a one-series doctor.
Don't bullshit me like you did before. Like,
I'm not bullshitting you. She's a one-series doctor.
she regenerates at the end of the episode.
Yeah, she regenerates at the end of the episode.
Two.
No.
They're doing an Eccleston, basically,
No,
aren't
she
they?
doesn't. She does not.
And
You're just talking
the
about how
cliffhanger-
she's going for another season. What are you talking about?
The cliffhanger is to It Takes You Away is Susan.
She said going on to another season. She didn't say she'd do the whole season, though, did she?
Wait a minute.
No, back up. Connor,
What?
Yeah.
carry
What?
on with
Oh, boy.
the Susan thing. What are you talking about?
Susan is at the end of this week's episode.
Why?
No.
Because it's leading into the finale.
No, it's not. That's not the
It's a-
finale.
it's
The
a
finale's in
pattern.
the New Year's special.
It's a 2-part finale.
Oh.
Ooh. I
But
like how
Dr.
we
Ted is
said
going to have a
No,
cliffhanger as
Let me
well.
get this right. Let me get this right. In tomorrow's episode, it deals with grief and loss.
Yeah. And what did Jodie's doctor say in the first episode?
Yeah, okay.
But,
She lost all her family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
So, because it's dealing with grief, it's going to be kind of like a full circle thing.
but who's she going to lose in the episode?
So Graham and Ryan are going to get Grace back.
How?
And the doctor is going to get her family back.
Oh,
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? How? Wait, no, because it will alter the timeline. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's
Wait.
exactly it.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
That's not happening.
It is happening.
I just said, well, why don't they do? They probably do something stupid like that, and then no, it's not. Grace is not coming back. She's done. They had a funeral and everything.
So we gone from Joe's haircut to Brexit to me.
I didn't even think that was a subject that lasted.
The N-word to a big revelation, which could possibly be the ending of season 1 or 2 of Jodie Whittaker's time as the first incarnation of the Doctor.
I mean,
Chris Chibnall wants to change the show in a big way. And he's going to do that by bringing back the Doctor.
Shit. He's achieved that already.
Wait, he's going to do that by what?
By giving the Doctor a family.
that would mean that would entail us going back to Gallifrey of some sort.
Wait.
Not necessarily.
So wait, he's undoing everything the Doctor's done?
Yeah.
How?
Yes.
Wait,
Well, look at
erasing
what
every
he did
single
with-
Doctor there is?
What?
No, you're not erasing.
What do you mean?
No, I thought the thing was. I thought the story was.
Can I just say something? I saw an article. No, yes, I can, actually. I saw an article earlier, which oddly enough said the latest episode 9 is going to change everything you know about Doctor Who. So maybe that's what Connor's talking about.
So
They're going to change history to the point that, oh, fuck. The Doctor's going to do something out of emotion that changes at a fixed point in time and then regrets it afterwards.
I thought it was about acceptance. Tomorrow's story, acceptance of loss.
No, it's about grief. It's about grief.
Yeah, but then you accept that grief and absorb it and move on from it.
There's an exact quote that I have from someone, and it's that the episode. Let me find the list of episodes that they've
So
compared.
this is actually going to be a huge episode.
Which will
They
change.
compared it to a number of episodes in terms of how big it is, how important it's going to be.
What are you talking about tomorrow's one, or are you talking
Yeah,
about the finale?
tomorrow's.
Which episode would this be in then?
Episode 9.
Well, like I said.
Let me find the thing.
How do you know all this stuff? Are you working for the BBC then?
I am, yes.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's your position then?
I am a production assistant.
Oh gosh. Product this bitch. But anyway,
A hairdresser doesn't make you production assistant.
Oh, I'm not a hairdresser. God, no.
What the hell is happening in this?
but go on. Follow
This is
through
called
what
the
you're
AfterCast. I guess I created something out of nothing. I don't know what the hell this cast is, but okay. I know it's going to get high ratings.
You created the Frankenstein podcast.
Go on,
That's a good name, actually.
Right, finish on what you're saying about this.
I'm trying to find it, Philip. Patience is a virtue.
Yeah, but my name is not Sue Virtue, is it? Well, there you go.
Ah, very funny.
Patient was also a companion of the Doctor in the new Virgin Adventures, and she was a TARDIS.
God,
So you're saying, obviously, you're saying that this is just not a regular standalone episode. This is a monumental piece.
Well,
yeah, this is monumental.
Here's the
So
thing.
Chibnall didn't write it, so how is it monumental?
Did I not once read that, which she said, Jodie, I mean, in an interview, that episode 6 was going to be a turning point. That never was a turning point.
Aye.
So
Is this episode 6?
No,
She's doing an episode.
Unless it was moved in the scheduling sort of thing. And that's what
What the hell is going to happen in this episode that's not written by Chibnall that would actually count?
Right, I found the list.
It's not written by Chibnall, though.
It's
it doesn't need to be. So, first one is Dalek.
What?
Dalek Midnight, The 11th Hour, Heaven Sent, It Takes You Away.
Wait a minute.
Right. You've written those out. You said those out. Right?
Dalek, Midnight. Yeah.
The 11th Hour.
Okay.
Heaven Sent.
Right.
It Takes You Away.
It Takes You Away.
What are you alluding to that list?
And then someone asked, favourite episode for each Doctor? ? And then they came back with not necessarily favourite, although they are all 5-star crackers, but episodes that moved the goalposts.
Ooh.
Moved the goalpost, basically changed everything we knew about Doctor Who, and well, it wouldn't be the first time. I mean, Brain and Morbius had all those faces, didn't it?
But it takes you away. I mean, what the hell is going to come from this episode, you're saying?
It's going to be massive. You're probably going to like it more than the finale, which is no surprise because it seems like all the penultimate episodes to the series are always the best one.
But how could this be? Is this bullshit that Susan's not in this?
No.
You've got 2 minutes left, Joe.
I know.
He's given the Doctor a family.
Who?
Chris Chibnall.
That they're still alive?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That they didn't die?
That they didn't die.
They were never. I mean, they were never.
So he's really going to explain the shit out of the Doctor's history.
Just had a thought. The second Doctor said, in response to Victoria, I have a family. She's there in my mind, didn't he? If I focus enough, they come back to life. So perhaps all this time, he or she.
So whatever is left of them is in the Doctor's brain?
Let me finish, Joe. He or she has been keeping them alive in his mind or her mind. And it was, what if the Time War was the thing that the Doctor ran away from in the first place? If he or she had knowledge of the Time War in the first place, what would you do?
It could be just a simple matter.
You try to defeat destiny, and if you had a time machine, you could do it.
Wait a minute.
Why do you think that Doctor Who TV's review said it's not one to be missed, that you shouldn't watch it on catch-up?
Yeah,
because they want reshares of their article.
No, what if the fact is that creature, whatever it is tomorrow, is able to bring back memories of someone you've lost, or a physicality of a sort. Maybe that's what all it does. It draws out from the Doctor's mind memory of a family, and that's what
we're gonna lose you. All right, we're gonna have to continue this. All right, guys, take care back.
And on that